Shut up and sit down.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
A little delayed there, Scott.
Just a second.
Name.
And I'm Scott.
I don't feel bad. I did that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no. So I made a very big mistake just now. Apparently, I'm filtering all audio through my headphones. So when I logged into the chat, I was getting the like delayed like USB like one.
I think I could hear it too.
Yeah. So I could hear it. So I messed that one up real bad.
That's all good.
Episode 39, ladies and gentlemen. 39.
Yeah, we've done
39.
this how many times? Good job. I totally messed it up.
So we are the STS Guys. We are a weekly podcast where we sit around and shoot the shit and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. So, guys, what has gone on this week?
Oh, there's been a lot of fun stuff this week.
It's been a week, man.
Yeah.
There's only one thing worth noting that happened this week. Actually, it's 1,000 things. The STS Guys YouTube channel hit 1,000 subscribers.
Boom.
Boom. I wish I had an air horn right now.
Yeah, just burr.
So awesome. So thank you guys. Thank you all 1,000 of you who subbed to our YouTube channel. You're amazing. I don't think any of us ever thought we would get to 1,000 subscribers. So here we are. Thank you guys. We love you. You're awesome. Yay.
Yay.
I completely agree. I am honestly 100% blown away. One, I would never thought we would reach 1,000 subscribers, but two, we did it in less than a year.
Yeah.
I literally thought by this time we'd be lucky if we were at like 100. I'm like, who would want to listen to our dumbasses talk about like random shit and post random videos? But apparently people want to watch us. So, and 1,000 people want to watch us. So cheers to everybody out there. This one's for you.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate it. We always have constant support in these streams, and you guys are getting our name out there. We really appreciate all your support.
No, we definitely appreciate it. Like I said, it's still mind blowing. I still can't believe that we're over 1,000. So,
It's nuts.
Pretty cool. And like, we didn't really plan it this way, but we're celebrating with a giveaway.
Yes.
We're celebrating with a Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway.
Did you say Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway?
I think you just said Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway.
He did say Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway.
I did say Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway. If you're not aware, the STS Guys are giving away a black and white Fugitive Toys exclusive Doctor Doom Funko Pop. You can check out our YouTube channel for all the details and head over to stsguys.fun to enter. Super easy. You get entries for subbing to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, that kind of stuff. Super easy. No reposting, nothing crazy. It's easy. And you know what? We're down to the final week. So we're going to announce the winner live on episode 40. That worked out kind of cool. Episode 40 of our podcast live on YouTube next Saturday night.
Awesome. I just have to point out, I'm excited. Larry, you should be proud of us. We didn't mess that up a single bit.
That was pretty legit.
We have not done that in a while.
That was solid.
And it's a tongue twister one. This time.
They always are tongue twister ones. It's never easy.
No.
Like, I don't know who came up with that crazy super mega prize back giveaway thing, but man, you guys should probably punch him in the face. Just kidding, because it's me and I have a beautiful face.
You do have a beautiful face. Let's give a shout out to the chat. So we have in the chat right now, we have Only Emily. What's going on, Emily? We have Tyrannosaurus X. Hey, what's going on, Tyrannosaurus? And then we have like 6 people lurking. So hello, lurkers.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone lurking.
Hello, everyone lurking. So definitely join the chat if you want to. If not, that's perfectly fine too.
You can help make fun of us because we're going to make fun of ourselves pretty hard.
Absolutely. Like I said, that's the way it works. That's what makes this stream entertaining.
Exactly.
All right. So, this week, so besides hitting 1,000 subscribers, pretty much quiet week. So me and Nate have officially dubbed Friday as Fortnite Fridays.
What? Fortnite Fridays.
Fortnite Fridays.
Fortnite
Had a
Friday.
good time last night.
Oh,
Alliteration. That is neat.
yes.
We may not be experts at Fortnite, but we sure do have a lot of fun.
Was it channeling our inner Stan Lee here for the names?
Wait, so did you guys play Fortnite on our YouTube channel last night for like 1 hour? Because that would be an awesome stream. 2
no,
hours?
we did it for 3 hours, Larry.
3 hours for Fortnite Friday?
3 hours.
Awesome. I jumped in the chat on part of that. It was entertaining. You guys did a good job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we had only Emily was there pretty much the whole stream. We appreciate you being there, only Emily. We had a lot of guys there. It was great. It became active. We even played with a viewer at one point. It was a fun stream for sure.
Yeah, Jordan, right? Shout out to that dude.
Jordan,
shout
over
out
to
to Jordan.
UK.
Yeah, Killa Snipes on PSN. Thanks for joining us, man.
Killa Snipes, huh?
It was a ton of fun. It honestly didn't feel like 3 hours, and so I think that's why, like I said, we were on there for 3 hours. Because me and Nate were having fun. Except the one round, we literally no one killed either me or Nate.
Oh, where you guys just died from not getting to the circle fast enough?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw one where Nate. I've never really played Fortnite. I didn't know that was a thing, but I saw one where Nate died for not being in the circle.
He was just Nate was like running, and then
he's all scrambling around. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh, you died because you weren't in the circle.
Yeah.
You forget how vital it is to get inside that circle, and then when you remember it, you're like, oh crap, I got no time, and you start running, but the circle catches up with you eventually if you're too far away.
Yeah, it happened. It happened to both of us. Like I said, we said two people got eliminated that round. By no action of anybody else. It was our own action.
Yeah, it actually says I think they killed themselves.
Yeah, so it was quite embarrassing, especially to live stream to all of our wonderful viewers and listeners. So feel free to tell us however.
Public humiliation is the best type of humiliation.
Yeah.
Let's face it, those first 3 or 4 rounds were pretty horrible. We started warming up after that, but still.
Good job.
Only Emily says you guys die the best, though. Graciously dying. Thank you, Emily. We said hopefully you'll remember at least that we died graciously.
Yeah. It wasn't that gracious. You're kind of running around going, oh no, oh no, oh no,
oh no,
oh no,
oh shit,
oh no.
Oh.
The funny thing is, it happened to me first, and then I was telling Nate, I'm like, dude, you got to run the circle. You're gonna die. You don't know how far away you are. And he's like, oh shit, I'm far away. So he starts booking it, and then gets caught in the house, and then.
It was like that fence. That fence got you caught up.
Yeah. So as far as the game Fortnite goes, I never thought I'd like this game at all. But it turns out I actually kind of like playing it. But I only like playing it with people I know.
Yeah.
It's way more fun that way, especially when you're in a squad, with someone that you know. Way better.
Yeah. So the only time I've played it is on the like I was saying before we jumped on here was where it's the just 100 people all against each other. And that is not that fun because you're just sitting there kind of sneaking around the whole time, and the games go for a while, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm the 30th person, I'm dead. Oh, okay, I guess I'll start over. But like when you're with friends, it's so much better that you have that teamwork thing going on and just have someone to talk to while you're doing all that stuff. It makes it 1,000 times better.
Oh yeah, no, totally 100% agree. So speaking of games, there's happen to be game related going on right now, isn't there, Scott?
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
My Christmas has started today. That is good. Jim with the segue.
I know.
So yeah, no, E3.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, on fire. The first presentation of E3 was today. And this is the first time in a very long time that I turned it off. It was a snooze fest, man.
What was it? It's just the opening ceremony?
No. So they did the first one was EA did their presentation, and it was underwhelming to say the least.
You didn't want to hear about like the new FIFA?
Yeah, so they talked about the new FIFA and all the improvements in that.
Well, I'm kind of excited for that Jedi Fallen Order game.
Yeah, okay, so the only game I wanted to know is they gave the name of it and when it's set. Cool. Like, that's great.
True.
Battlefront 2, which is a pile of steaming turds, is getting more DLC. Oh, hooray! There's a new Command and Conquer game. I was like, all right, this is awesome.
Yeah,
For
we got
mobile
the
phones.
Yeah, we
For
got the
mobile
release,
phones.
release date for Anthem February 22nd, right? At least we know that's coming.
And don't get me started on that Destiny ripoff that literally stole the class system from them too. Like, I have lost complete and utter faith in E3 or EA, and the fact that here's how bad that thing is. The biggest applause that they could ever get is when they said in one of the upcoming games, and I can't remember which one exactly they were talking about at the time, but they said there will be no loot boxes or like any, like, all microtransactions will be visual only, right? And everyone cheered, and then this girl that they had hosting it was like, all right guys, we're going to talk about this game, and you hear like 3 people go like, woo. And it's like, that's the best thing that they could get. It was like, they didn't even put like paid people in the audience to at least clap. Like, no one cared about anything. Like, there was no audience participation in anything that they did. It was a snooze fest.
Well, it was probably Chick's boyfriend. He was like, "Woo, that's my girlfriend."
One guy's like, yeah, she's this random YouTube gamer streamer person. Woo!
And like one guy who was one guy from like Bulgaria or something who was super stoked about FIFA.
Yeah, love and FIFA.
EA's been digging themselves out of a ditch ever since Battlefront 2 anyways, you know. I'm excited for, I want to see what Nintendo brings. I want to see what PlayStation brings. I'm excited for those individual.
Now, I will give EA some credit. They did bring a couple of like indie publishers that they're helping like produce some of their games. So Unravel was a game that came out, I think, last year or the year before. There's a sequel to it. It's like a platformer kind of in the lines of Little Big Planet, where you kind of have like that type of like visual style and kind of using like the environment in that same sort of way. That looks really cool, but all they are is the publisher. They did nothing about like the actual production of it. It was an indie game. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, I really hope E3 doesn't stay like this for, the remainder of it. I know we have, tomorrow and Monday basically.
Don't forget about Tuesday.
And Tuesday with Mike, or Tuesday.
Nintendo.
I'm sorry, Tuesday. Nintendo's doing weird, and they're the last one on Tuesday morning, which is weird.
Is it or is it genius? Because they're just gonna it's gonna be snooze fest till Tuesday morning, then bam, you want cool stuff? Yeah, here comes Nintendo.
I agree with Larry. I think they're gonna be dropping some bombs.
It's by design.
They're gonna be dropping some bombs, but I think Sony has got the big one this year because they're gonna have the big release of potentially The Last of Us, the sequel of that, Last of Us 2, which is going to be a hype machine. And then they have the Spiderman game, which are going to get probably a ton of stuff on that. I think there's going to be a lot of info released about those two titles, and it's going to be huge. Like, they always put on huge productions. I mean, they had a full-on like orchestra playing like music for the God of War release when it was first announced. So like, I think hopefully the big publishers, Microsoft and Sony, I think are going to knock it out. I'm worried. I know Emily says that she's all about the Microsoft games this year. Microsoft, from what I've heard from different leaks and things, there's going to be like potentially, I'm assuming there's going to be a new Halo, right? They need their own IP, potentially a Sunset Overdrive sequel.
Didn't studios have like a job posting or something that was like Halo related?
Yeah, so they have a couple of things that are like Halo games and stuff. So I'm going to assume that they're going to have another Halo game, potentially another Gears, but nothing that is going to be super outstanding. I think Microsoft came too late with some of these titles that they're trying to drive off the hype of these other systems. So they needed to do this, like some of these releases this year versus waiting until, or like, this cycle versus waiting to come out with another one.
No, agree. Side tangent though, did you see who wants to play Marcus Phoenix in a Gears of War movie?
Oh, Batista, dude.
Yeah, Batista does.
I would love that. Like, if they did a Gears of War, like, he's the only one.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And, kind of back to Microsoft, I think Microsoft really needs to show something big because Sony's been killing it with exclusives, and Microsoft's not really been doing a whole lot. So I think this is their chance to kind of try to take back some of that market. We know Nintendo's got some big games up their sleeves. I agree with Larry. I think going last is by design. Like, show us what you got, because we know
they go
we've
last
every year. Got the winning hand here. So I think they're going to drop some bombs.
Yeah.
So Scott, being a resident video game expert, you talked about the PlayStation Spider-Man game. What do you think is going to be more popular, Spider-Man or Super Smash Bros?
Ooh. Okay, so at the actual E3 thing, I think they're gonna be the hype for them is gonna be pretty equal. I think in terms of overall releases, Smash Brothers or sales, Smash Brothers will probably beat it because I think it's got a bigger overall demographic. Yeah. So overall, I think Smash Brothers will probably have the higher sales. Potentially. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that God of War would have sold 3 million copies in 3 days, which most major titles don't get that until months after their release usually. And like God of War did it in like less than a week.
Completely. Well, just look, like I rarely ever have a game where I'm like, I can't just go to the store and buy it. I said, you guys were all with me when I went to go buy it at GameStop. They didn't have it at first.
Yeah.
I started getting pissed.
To go dig in the batch and like maybe
they had just gotten a shipment that day, but I said they had actually sold out of them previously. So there's not too many games that do that.
So Cam Griffith is asking, is Smash Brothers releasing on the Switch? Yeah. So a couple months ago, they did just kind of a teaser for a new Smash game. We're not at this point. We're not 100% sure if it's not just a remaster of the Wii U version or a new one. But I think everyone's now leaning more towards it's a new one.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out soon.
Yeah, like Tuesday.
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't even know when. Is it Tuesday? Because
it is Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Because I saw that they had like.
Did somebody die?
Sorry, guys, something fell in my room.
It was a poster. I saw you had a poster falling off. I think it just completely fell off.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you see that, Scott? Did you see that they had signups where there's going to be a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, but it's not just a normal tournament; it's on the Switch.
Yeah. So they have. They did that too with EA. Did they like set up a pop-up massive like LAN thing? For some of the games that they had at least playable, like some of the titles, so you could be like the first people to play the game if you were at E3. Cool. So that's kind of cool. I mean, they're like FIFA, so
yeah. I'm gonna say, again, Jeremy, when we go to San Diego, we're gonna have to hit up the Nintendo Gaming Lounge because they're probably gonna have playable Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I want to get some first footage of that,
dude.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I honestly, that just clicked to me right this second, and yeah, because they had Odyssey last year that you could play before it ever came out, right? That was July, and Odyssey didn't come out until like fall. So
yeah. To that point, I hope they have something at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. They always have a game station over there with new stuff, so I really hope they have Smash on.
Yeah, they had last year. Last year they had Odyssey on the floor too, on the actual exhibit floor, because we waited, I don't know, like an hour to play 10 minutes of Odyssey. Last year we waited twice. It was okay. So I'm sure Smash Bros is going to be out there if they have something playable.
Well, they should have something playable, or at least like a demo or something coming up. And then I would say I can tell you for just basic timing wise, they're going to release it. It's going to be a 2018 release. It'll probably be November or sometime towards the end of the year. The only other option I was thinking is I think, what is it, October-ish or September is when the paid online service starts up, where you have to pay like the $5 a year or whatever. Yeah,
I think it's September, and you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's got to go in conjunction with that.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty quick on that. What I really want to happen is when that paid service goes in, and I want more info this year. It's not even a game necessarily that I want Nintendo to talk about. All the previous versions of the Wii, like the Wii U and the Wii, had the emulator on it where you could play the older games and have do the digital downloads for some of the older stuff. That has not come yet onto the Switch where any of those games are available. So I'm hoping that with the release of that paid service, as those games come up here, I would hope that shows up. Like that's what I really want out of the E3 is for that to show.
Yeah, I feel like that's likely. Hopefully they have it ready to go for September, October, but if not, it's got to be coming soon. Everybody's asking for it. They're just leaving money on the table if they don't do it. And sometimes Nintendo makes dumb decisions like leaving money on the table, but I don't think they're going to miss the mark on this one.
Well, they have to release it before the holidays because that's also going to drive console sales too. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the Switch isn't new anymore, right? Like
September with the launch of the online service, it sounds like exactly what should happen.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, Nate.
I was going to say one thing I was thinking, and this is like, maybe going to happen. The Switch seems like it's still pretty new, but they might do like a Switch Pro or something with an updated processor, more memory, maybe a better screen. I hope they don't do that because I just got a Switch recently last year, but it's a possibility that they could.
No, here's what I would really like to see, and you guys can jump in here because I think you'd all agree with this. I don't want it to be anything. I want a new console, but I don't want it to be the Switch. I want them to release a N64 Classic,
which they filed a patent for. So
so they did. It's on the way, but I want info on it and a potential release date.
Yes,
I think we'll get that.
Yeah, what do you think?
At the end of this month, the NES one should be coming back.
Yeah. When do you think the N64 would come out? Like this Christmas or like next Christmas? I'm kind of I'm feeling
it would be next Christmas. I think it would be next Christmas. It's been in the works.
Christmas for Smash Bros. Yeah. I'm sure they'll have something next year too, but right, this year is going to be all about Smash Bros. In Q4, and they're probably going to save the N64 Classic for sometime next year, maybe even like summer or something. Who knows?
I think that's fair. I think they're going to do a couple of big titles, this winter, this fall, like maybe Metroid 4.
Yeah. No, there's definitely
Super Smash.
Yeah. Metroid is definitely coming out. I mean, they've been teasing that one for a little bit. Smash is, we know they did the teaser, and you guarantee they were waiting for E3 to release more info on it. Just go through here looking at the chat. Nerdy Treasures, do any of y'all do any sports games? If you look at us, we are not the biggest sports guys.
Exactly. No. I'll play Madden every now and again.
Madden.
I have Madden.
If it's available, if like somebody has it, like we're all good enough at games that we can probably pick up any sports game and do decently at it. But generally, no.
I'm pretty great at Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
And Larry, you like baseball games. I know you've been looking for one for Xbox, right?
Yeah. If they had an MLB game on the Xbox, I would totally own it and play it like crazy. But they don't.
Yeah.
It's been years since Xbox has made one.
That's crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense because there's MLB The Show on PlayStation. Why don't they make that, cross-platform?
Licensing, dude.
Yeah, licensing. They license with Sony, bro.
So Sony
was smart, I guess.
Sony's the only one that gets baseball.
Basically the Sunday ticket version of the MLB season pass exclusive to them.
And I mean, I get it. It just doesn't make sense with sports games. Just let everybody play them. Why make it an exclusive?
My problem with sports games is there's a new version that comes out every year that you have to shell out like $60 for, and they all they did is update the roster. Like they don't release like maybe a patch or an update that just changes any of that info. Like their turnaround is way too quick on those that it just gets to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to shell out this much money for something new. Like you don't change the formula enough for me to want to buy a brand new version.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
there's only so much you can do to upgrade it. You're right. Yeah. You're just paying for the roster.
Yeah,
maybe
and I think
maybe some new logos.
Yeah, woo.
EA revealed FIFA 19. So speaking to that, there's the new one for the year.
Yep, exactly. FIFA 19.
Did you know that FIFA's EA's best-selling game, though?
Yeah, because it's. I mean, not here in the U.S., but when you include their international sales, worldwide, it's ridiculous. And yeah, Madden has a different story. It's a fucking sports game. I'm sorry, like, what story is? No. Like,
hey man, there's career mode.
Yeah, exactly, career mode.
And it's choose your own. Oh wait, like dynasty mode. You can make your own dynasty.
Yeah, I only want the new Madden if Tom Brady's in there kissing his kid. Just
Yeah,
like,
making out with his son. Yeah, let's
Oh,
just put that image as the guy on the front cover, and maybe I'll buy the fucking
make
game.
that the cover of Madden 19. I said, I'll buy it.
Maybe like a platinum edition or something.
You know what game I would buy a sports game if NFL Blitz came back in a actual way.
Hell
That would
Dude,
be cool.
yes.
Like they've had some returns of it and shit, but it was not good enough. Like you bring me like a full on AAA NFL Blitz, I will play the living crap out of that.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
I love some
you know,
Blitz.
things that have come back. There's a lot of different things that have come back recently, and then one of them I know that we've all kind of seen that's come back, kind of that no one really asked for, was Cobra Kai. So
Oh no!
the Karate Kid story.
Hiya!
You're mastering those transitions, man. You're doing good on those transitions.
Good. Jeremy getting his fucking host game on.
Seriously.
And I said, and I'm knocking them down.
You're knocking them down, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, let's talk about it. So I know you guys have seen more of it than I have, so I'm going to let you guys lead this conversation.
Yeah, I think you guys got, because like Nate, I think I watched the first episode and then gave up.
Did you finish it, Jeremy?
I did.
Cool, I did too. What did you think?
I am curious to see how the second season's going to go, especially with that end of season reveal of who came back.
Oh yeah. So real quick, spoilers.
Yes.
Spoilers for Cobra Kai.
Yeah, but who knows? It's been out for like a month or more. But if you
You're
haven't
safe.
seen Cobra Kai, spoilers.
Yeah. There's we got more upset people in the chat when we were talking about like Star Wars and Solo. And
Yeah, people got real scared when we talked Solo.
There's crickets in the chat right now, so I think it's safe to talk about it.
We got like a couple people. They don't seem like they care. If you really want to just go on mute,
Well,
we can't talk about this for that long.
don't forget that outside of YouTube, we have many dozens of listeners on our audio formats too, like iTunes and SoundCloud. If you're listening on one of those, you might want to skip ahead like 20 minutes. Just saying.
All right. So Larry, give me your initial thoughts and I'll share mine. So
I really liked it. I was, when the first trailer came out, I'm like, yeah, whatever, pass, horrible idea. I don't need to see this, right? Like it's kind of like Solo. It's the thing nobody asked for.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, oh my God, I need more Karate Kid in my life. There were already 3 movies plus the one with Jaden Smith. I have plenty of Karate Kid in my life, but you know what? Everybody was totally hyped up on it when it first came out. I didn't see a single person say a bad thing about it. So I'm like, all right, like if it's this good, like I'll give it a chance. So I watched the 2 freebie episodes and I was hooked. It was pretty good. Like it's not the greatest show in the world, but the story flows. It gives you like the fan service. It's got everything you'd want to see in a Karate Kid reboot. It gives to you.
No, I agree. It's one of those shows where I wanted to hate it so much. I really did.
When you talked to me after the first 2 episodes, you said it sucked. But I think I made you tough it out and get back, at least try to finish it so we could talk about it on the podcast.
You did. You made me go back and watch it. I did watch the 2 freebie episodes because I'm like, I wanted to see kind of what the whole hype train was about. The acting is terrible.
I would think that's what I literally couldn't watch more than that one episode I watched because the acting was bad. It's worse when I would rather watch a soap opera than that show.
Yeah, I have to chime in just at that one point because when I started watching it, and I didn't watch much, but the acting is what made me not want to continue.
It didn't bother me. Like, it's fine. I know. I mean, it's not. There's no one in it who's done anything since, right? Like, the main story is Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso character is kind of reunited with William Zabka, Johnny Lawrence. Neither of them have done anything since Karate Kid, so. We're not talking about I don't know, George Clooney here or something. They're not going to win an Emmy or an Oscar.
Don't use solely the vast career of those actors. Like they have done some. Ralph Macchio is a fucking treasure.
I love Ralph Macchio. He's awesome. Do you remember that episode of Entourage that Ralph Macchio was in? The Playboy Mansion? That was a great episode. He is a national treasure, but he isn't a list actor anymore.
Was he ever? I mean, outside of Karate Kid, was he ever an A-list actor?
I well, I feel like he was a big deal, man. Like mid 80s, he was on the cover of all the Teen Beat magazines.
He did the crane kick.
Yeah.
Which is a totally illegal move, by the way.
But hey, they sweeped his legs, so he whipped out the crane kick.
Yeah. All's fair in the National City Championship or whatever it's called.
Right. They let anything slide at some point.
He's like, I'm going to kick this kid in the damn face. Like, that's what I'm going to do in this thing.
Break his nose.
So after watching the first 2 episodes, I didn't want to watch it. Larry convinced me, like, hey, at least give it the chance so that we can talk about it on the podcast. It actually ended up getting better. There's a couple episodes where I'm like, whatever. Like, well, also rewind a little back to like the first episode. Ed Asner shows.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things about it is this random Ed Asner.
Yeah, he's Johnny's stepdad. He didn't need to be in there. I mean, he's a great actor, but man, he's older than dirt, and he looks like it.
So there's this flashback scene in a later episode where they can't recast him because they don't have the money, and so it's his voice, old as Asner's voice, but it's the back of some other dude's head.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
We have that like, hey boy, yeah, like
it's bad, yeah.
So it basically progresses. So the story is, like I said, it's take the first Karate Kid movie and just rotate it and flip it around. And I think that's the kind of the best way to describe this series. It's okay. So if you saw, the Miyagi style of karate as like the bad guys, quote unquote, and then the Cobra Kai's as the good guys, quote unquote, except that's basically this movie. That's basically the show's about. It's the different perspective of seeing it from the Cobra Kai perspective, the Miyagi perspective.
So here's the thing, Jerry. Just explain this. How did I don't even care about his name, Danny, right? Dan. How did he become such a dickhead? Like, where did he become a bad guy? Is it because he's a car salesman? Is that like what turns him into a dick? Ralph.
So it's not that. It's not that. It's his kids. It's
just douchebags.
It's he didn't, like I said, he feels like he's failed his kids, and so like it's this whole switch.
He's Ralph Macchio. Of course, he failed his kids.
It's this whole like switch. So what's this? Johnny's training. I said this Daniel LaRusso like kid for Cobra Kai, and then Johnny's kid ends up getting trained by Daniel LaRusso. So it's just this whole weird family drama on top of everything else. It got a little weird, but I said it was still entertaining to watch, just for something to watch. I wouldn't go out and like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go and sign up for YouTube Red.
I was to say, are you gonna buy that?
Yeah.
And go sign it. It was good for what it was. I wouldn't necessarily say it wouldn't drive me to a subscription to go and watch it personally.
Same.
So if you guys had to give it your classic STS Guys rating, what would you give it?
I'm 2.5.
Really? I was gonna say a 2, but now I feel bad.
No,
I'm sticking with my 2. Like,
if I had to go with the one episode, I would give it a 1. Like, if I just based off that first episode,
it wasn't that bad.
It's awful.
Come on, like, how do you not smile? Like they go back to Daniel's old apartment. Like, it's so weird. It's so overly convenient.
Nostalgia can only take you so much, man. I'm sorry. Like,
I really think that's why everybody loved it, though.
Dude, I cringed watching that first episode. Like, it was so awkward. I felt bad for the actors. Like, I myself was embarrassed for them. It was bad. Like there's no.
It's like it's good bad though. Like it
is.
It's not. It has not gone back around to being good again. I'll watch it a little bit more if you guys say so. But that first episode was like, that was a rough watch.
It's just serious. Like I said, or honestly, just watch last episode. But I think, Larry, what do you say? I think that's
you need to watch what's in the middle to fully appreciate what's happening.
I don't think so. It does not sound like this is the most complex of story arcs.
It's not.
You know what? Yes, because like, granted, we just told you kind of what happened. If you didn't know that the kid that Daniel was training was Johnny's kid, you would have been lost on that whole part. And you need to know that. You need to know the weird love triangle between the kid who Johnny Lawrence is training, Daniel LaRusso's daughter, and Johnny Lawrence's son. I mean, you need to know these things, man. Otherwise, that last episode is going to be lost on you. Yeah, you'll see that kid. What's his name? Miguel.
Generic character number 1.
It's the new wave. Daniel LaRusso. It's the Latino kid who's just new in LA and wants to learn karate because he sees somebody beat somebody else up. Right? He's picked on. He's the loser, man. He's the STS guy of Los Angeles.
I was gonna say he's the kid that saw other kids get beat up. That's why I got in trouble and apparently in like kindergarten because I used to watch Ninja Turtles and beat up all the other kids. I could have a TV show based on that, according to what you're saying.
Man, you threw Ralph Macchio in as you or your dad, and I'm in. But anyway, I don't know where I was going, but you see Miguel, like the opening thing, right? The last episode is just the all city tournament again, and Miguel just crane kicks his opponent. How do you not face? Yeah, for no reason.
Right in the
crane
face.
kick done.
No, then like I said, there's the big reveal at the end that sets up season 2.
Mr. Miyagi had a grandchild.
No,
that's going to be season 3.
That'll be season 3. There'll be a Miyagi descendant.
That's a great idea.
Or that Asian guy that he like kicked the crap out of and come back.
Yeah.
You're right. That would be hilarious.
That'd be amazing. Get the drum going.
I don't know his name, but you find out like right there in class, and the teacher's like, "Who can tell me what 2 + 2 is?" Mr. Miyagi. His last name's Miyagi. That's the kind of acting and storyline this thing has. We're joking, but I swear to God, if they make a season 3, that's what's going to happen.
That's a solid idea.
Like, are you sure there's a season 2? Like, has this been confirmed?
Yes, green lighted. It's happening, dude. So many people watched it. Like, there's nothing else on YouTube Red, right? Yeah, you can watch like a Dan TDM short or something, but this is the biggest thing that YouTube's got, and it made him money.
So yeah, it kind of went viral.
Yeah, for sure.
It blew up.
So here's the thing: is I think that we could do. Emily brought up the Karate Kid parody movie sounds better. I think that we could do a Karate Kid parody movie, and it would have better acting.
I would love to film a parody movie.
Wasn't Jaden Smith's Karate Kid just a parody movie?
First off, okay, I love how it was Karate Kid and he does wushu, which is like Chinese martial arts. Like nothing about that was karate at all.
That's because they had Johnny. What's
Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had Jackie Chan.
He was on board to be Mr. Miyagi for that one.
I kind of want to see Scott do karate. I got a new camera. I can film Scott.
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Ooh, I like that.
I'll bring the bonsai tree.
I will kick the shit out of some watermelons.
Scott, did you get to the point where at Daniel LaRusso's car dealership, everybody who buys a car gets a bonsai tree?
I kind of want a bonsai tree now, though. I'm not
was
gonna
that in the first? Was that in the first episode?
I don't think so.
As far as I got.
Yeah, like literally, you name it. There's throwbacks to all the cool stuff from that first, from the real movie.
Does he not realize that like 90% of those bonsai trees will just die because no one gives a crap about a bonsai tree or will take care of it properly?
It made me want a bonsai tree. I'm not gonna lie. I actually do kind of want a bonsai tree.
I have wanted one for a long time because of Karate Kid. But
I want one because of Cobra Kai.
Oh,
I'm so hip and awesome.
I think we should
reinvigorating the bonsai trees.
Has bonsai trees for all. How about we all order bonsai trees and we'll show them off on the stream sometime.
Yeah, we'll just all like put them up in the background so we can always see it.
All the bonsai trees are the STS guys. You know what I want?
Trim that bush.
I want a fake bonsai tree that I don't actually have to take care of.
We can make that happen, Scott.
Yeah.
So
I will pretend I'm watering that shit and call it good.
So we've talked about, like I said, movies or shows that didn't have to be made. We just saw a whole bunch of trailers for stuff that maybe should be made, right? So,
yeah, it is trailer season right now.
Definitely being made.
That transition wasn't anywhere near this.
No,
that was not
you
good.
forced it.
It's okay.
Hold on. That transition was trailer trash.
Oh,
and that's what I dubbed this week's conversation: trailer trash.
Trailer trash. I love that.
So,
yeah.
But I can think of like a half a dozen trailers that dropped this week or within the last week and a half. What was Nate? Go ahead. What was your favorite, man? You lead us off.
So I think I'm kind of excited to see how this Halloween turns out. Like I know some of the Halloween movies haven't been so great, but the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back, it looks like it's kind of going a darker route again. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
So here's a fun fact about this. That Halloween is ignoring every Halloween except for the first one.
Yeah.
So it is it is technically Halloween 2.
I did not know that. That's pretty
ignoring every other movie out of all the Halloweens that have happened. It is like, no, we're retelling it from what happens after that first movie.
And that's really what I would want, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, ignore everything else. Halloween 1 was awesome. I want to see the extension of that.
And perfect. And what I think it was, forgive me, is it Laurie Strode, right? That's Jamie Lee Curtis's character, right?
Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
Laurie Strode, it looks like a badass. She's channeling her inner Ripley in this one. She's like, yeah, I want him to escape so I can kill him.
Yeah, and then you see her like firing guns at a gun range. It's like, oh snap, she's ready for him this time.
And here's the thing: is a lot of people are like, well, that's going to kill her own brother. That wasn't established till later in the series. Like, so he's just a random stranger at this point.
He could be anybody. He could even be her brother.
Yeah, he could be. But like, it makes it so much more like terrifying. The fact that he's just some random dude that is just obsessed with her because she got away. Like. It's amazing. And that scene in the trailer where he drops the teeth over the stall was amazing.
Oh, that was awesome. Real quick, just typing looking at the chat. Casual Unboxing, what's up, man? Tyler Calvert, glad they're ignoring every other Halloween movie after the original. So many of the other sequels were trash. I agree. The only one that I liked, just because it was so stupid, was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Oh, the one where Michael Myers isn't in?
Yeah, the one where Michael Myers isn't even in it.
I was just gonna say,
the masks like make people's heads explode or whatever it is. Like,
if I had to pick one, that one probably sticks with me the most as far as sequels.
Because the whole time you're watching, you're like, all right, Michael's gonna show up at any minute now. Nope.
How pissed would you be if you saw it in theaters? You're like, where the hell is Michael? This is called Halloween.
Yeah, it was so great though.
It was good.
It was so that was Jeremy. That is something so bad it's good.
I kind of have to agree.
Like Cobra Kai. No.
So you're saying Halloween 3 is the Cobra Kai of movies? That's what I just heard.
We'll go with that, Larry. I know you're stuck on the thing. I will give Cobra Kai a chance for you.
Did you know that I have never seen a single Halloween movie?
What? We'll have to watch the first one so we can go watch the sequel.
Oh, man.
This one.
The only one you need to watch is the first one, Larry.
Yeah.
STS Guys viewing party. I dub that now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
We got to go watch Jamie Lee Curtis in like one of her first roles and see her again as a badass on the big screen. Like, I'm excited for this. This is awesome, and it's Danny McBride doing it.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like,
it's pretty crazy. Down, Danny McBride.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down. Danny McBride.
Yeah, he helped write the script.
Yeah, he produced and wrote the script. So
I like that guy.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so Tyler wants us to also make him watch Halloween Resurrection. We do not need to watch the hip hop. Oh no, that was H2O. Sorry. Yeah,
Resurrection was the reality TV show one, right?
Yeah, that was the one. And it's like the curse where he comes back to life or whatever. Like, no.
The first
Rob watching number 1 because that's the only real good one.
Yeah, the first Rob Zombie remake one
wasn't bad.
Well, it wasn't bad. The second one that he did sucked.
Yeah, it was okay.
The first one was pretty good.
First one wasn't too bad. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more out of that second one.
Yes, Michael Myers versus Buster.
Right, exactly. Like Resurrection. One of them was the hip hop.
Yeah, I think the H2O is the one you're talking about, Scott. That's kind of like the Jason X of Halloween movies. I don't know if you guys remember Jason X, but he's in space.
Jason X had the great line. Jason X was the line where they had the he just wanted his machete back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So bad.
Really?
So bad.
I just love that they. Yeah, I'm not gonna get on a side tangent for Jason X. Nate, Nate, thank you for saying what trailer you were excited to see. Larry, what trailer were you excited to see?
Good question, Jeremy. Halloween's a little bit too scary for me, so let's lighten it up a little bit with the Lego Movie 2.
Oh,
ooh, yeah,
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, me too. Did you, Jeremy? I know Scott saw it. Jeremy, Nate, did you see the Lego Movie?
Yes, I did see it.
I did see it, and I'm excited for it.
I like the kind of Mad Max feel of
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, and I think Chris Pratt does such a good job, doing the voice acting for that. I'm excited for it, just knowing that he's coming back.
Yeah, there's not much that Chris Pratt does that I don't love.
It's true.
It actually made me more excited to see it today because I actually finished out the second season of Toys That Made Us, and I watched the Lego episode today. I'm like, I want to see that movie even more now, just because I saw what that movie did for Lego.
So I kind of want to see kind of the direction that they're going with this new Lego movie too, since it's kind of like a new group of Legos or whatever, and I really kind of want to see where they go with it because it's the last one was awesome.
It looks like all of Emmett's friends get kidnapped, and he's got to somehow save the day again without the help of the same people who helped him in the first movie. So I'm sure there'll be new characters and all that stuff. What did you guys think when you actually when the first Lego movie came out? What did you guys think when you heard that, hey, there's going to be a Lego movie?
I honestly will tell you this. I did not know how they were going to make a movie about Lego.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
I remember
totally agree.
100%.
It was San Diego Comic-Con 2015. They give out the WB bags, and one of the WB bags that year was the Lego movie. It was just the logo, nothing else. That was the first time I saw Lego movie coming soon. I'm like, what is that? That's going to be awful. But you know what? That was Lego movies, like one of my favorite kids movies, and I'm genuinely excited. Like we have a whole bunch of good trailers to talk about, but that's the movie I'm most excited about. I the ones that dropped this week.
I knew I was going to love it when it's one of the beginning lines with Emmett is when Wildstar runs past him and he goes, "Did I just hear a whoosh?" I was like, all right, I'm going to love this movie. Like that, I guarantee it. Like this thing is going to be amazing.
I totally agree. It's one of those movies that surprised me. I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know what to expect. But when I was watching it, I was legit laughing. And I thought they did a really good job with Lego Batman too. They're doing great movies, and they're making Lego even more famous than it already is.
I'm definitely excited to see it. Like I said, I didn't see because I don't have any kids or anything, so I didn't see the first Lego movie in the theater. I saw it actually when it landed on HBO. Dude, I laughed so much at it. Like it was a great movie. So it actually made me want to I'll go and take my kidless self to the movies and go watch it.
Yeah. I'm basically a child, so
I'll take you, Scott.
I'll go to you can take me.
You can come with us too, Jeremy.
Jeremy's taking his special nephew. That's so great. Yeah.
So
STS Guys viewing party.
Scott, do you want to go or do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go. I think honestly, this trailer surprised me because when I heard this movie was coming out, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be a pile of shit." The Bumblebee movie, actually looks good. It does it not look actually decent?
Yeah,
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, like I will give this one back a shot. First off, Michael Bay doesn't have his little pervert fingers in it, so there's that.
I think like that's the best part.
So there's not won't have random explosions or random slow-mo like weird epic like standing in the middle of a battlefield scenes. My wife says make sure to buy me some popcorn or icy or I throw a fit. You don't buy me an icy at the movies, I will throw a fit.
I'm gonna buy you the kid meal.
Get me the kid one. Yeah,
I got you, Scott. I got you.
Yeah, perfect. But with this Bumblebee, they're actually making him a bug, which is amazing. Like I don't know, Michael Bay was like, we're gonna make him a Camaro because that's more badass. No, dude, it's Bumblebee. He's a bug. Yeah. Like keep him a beetle.
I totally agree with you, man. I love how they're going back to kind of like the classic look. I think Tyler Calvert's agreeing. Not that bad. So
yeah.
You said it, man. I think Michael Bay did not do the Transformers justice. I mean, the first movie was tolerable at best. All the sequels were not good. I'm a little hesitant to see how Bumblebee turns out, but knowing that Michael Bay is removed from it quite a bit makes me excited.
Yeah.
I said, I know you said the first one, so I actually really liked the first Transformers. And I think the reason why is because never in a million years would I thought I would have ever seen a live action Transformers movie. And they did it pretty good. Like I said, with the graphics in the movie and the special effects. Like I said, it was once you saw Optimus Prime transform for the first time, like that was freaking awesome,
epic. Well, and in this one too, we got a really awesome Starscream, and that's like looking at Bumblebee back in his look is like almost like the animated cartoon, like the old animated cartoon look. right? With the way that his face and everything sets up, like it looks way cooler. And it's I'll tell you this, I don't know if you guys have looked too much into it. So the guy who's doing it is Travis Knight. He's the guy who directed that Kubo and the Two Strings
Oh
movie.
yeah.
So there's going to be a very big emphasis on like visuals and how like stuff like works together. Like he's very good at doing that. So yeah, like I think this one actually is going to do well based on that.
Well, it'll do well because it's a Transformers movie, and all 5 or 6 of the Transformer movies always do good, even if they're not good. Right? They always make a ton of money. But yeah, what you guys mentioned is what I'm the most excited about. Like, no, I don't have big issues with Michael Bay. Like Jeremy said, the first one was really good. But it'll be nice to see someone else's take, right, on the Transformers franchise. It was time to hand that torch to somebody else and see what they can do. And I feel like just kind of Bumblebee, keep it simple. That was the right way to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. Like, it was something that I was like gonna blow off, but after seeing the trailer, I was like, okay, I kind of want to see what they're going with that. Like, now,
plus,
go ahead, Nate.
Even if you did like the first movie, it's going to kind of tell the lead into that, I think, because Bumblebee's the only Transformer that's on Earth to begin with. So
outside
it's
of
like,
potentially Starscream.
Or yeah, Starscream too. Yeah, I love the G1 look of Starscream. I think that looks awesome. But yeah, seeing kind of the lead up to that will be kind of cool.
Oh, okay. So Emily brings up the fact about Shia LaBeouf. The greatest thing about this movie is when it takes place, his character shouldn't have been born yet. So
thank the Lord.
Thank God that they're doing it in the early 80s. Now, what I really want to know is, so what is it? I think the second one they brought up the guy that was the SR-71 Blackbird, right? That was in the same,
really old guy.
The really old guy that they've been like, oh, we've been on here for a while. So I really want to know how they're going to play into, like, are they going to do these older Transformers that they have that jump on, and are they going to go back to, I think it was the last one. I'm sure I was probably the only one that watched this one out of us. The last Transformers. It showed Bumblebee fighting like Nazis in World War II. That's the movie I want to see. I'm sorry, like, you just gonna gloss over the fact that there was a goddamn Transformer in World War II?
I don't think they are. I heard the synopsis, and it's it's the 80s, and Bumblebee's like hiding out. Yeah. So I think all the stuff like World War II or whatever probably still happened, and they just chose to relaunch in the 80s because the 80s are hot right now.
Yeah. And so Mark Wahlberg can't be in this one because he's his character is older. So you know who they got? John Cena.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
John Cena.
I'm okay.
And
with that.
The new everyday man.
I'm not going to be missing Mark Wahlberg at all. I don't think he brought anything to this series.
No, he's a great actor. You guys are wrong. No.
No. It's the win. No.
It's the win. No, man. No, I'm not going to kill you. No.
Such a bad movie.
Such a bad movie. Yeah. So, I mean, bringing in, like, it is going to be interesting to see John Cena as the head of Sector 7. But, yeah, like, I am surprised as excited I am for this movie after seeing one trailer, but I'll give it a shot. Like, I waited for the last Transformers movie until I could get it for free streaming. Uncle Cody.
You went to Uncle Cody's house.
I did go to Uncle Cody's house for that one because I was a cheap bastard. But I would actually like to go see this in theaters. Like, I would actually give money for this one. Like, I'm actually excited for it.
All right.
Go figure.
We shall go see this movie in theaters. It is dubbed, not trash.
We're going to check it out for sure.
All right. What do you got, Jeremy?
I'm gonna share mine right now, just because I'm glad none of you mentioned this one, because I said you all know I'm a comic book guy, I'm a superhero guy, and you all know who my favorite superhero is, and that's
Spider-Man.
So we have the very first full-length trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trailer blow me away.
We were talking. I told you to watch it. What were you? Just give me. I know you just said it blew you away, but after seeing the kind of the way that they're playing each of those characters, how excited are you to see, like, really weird, super kind of messy, don't give a fuck Spider-Man.
I am so excited to see it. Just because I think I'm excited to see it just because it shows that it kind of showed that Peter Parker's kind of tired of being Spider-Man, but he's still Spider-Man, but he's still he's poor, and doesn't have any relationships, and he doesn't have anything else. It's just funny. And then you have Miles Morales in there.
I like how they're going with this.
Yeah, I like where they're going with this, and I like the style of the animation too.
Yeah,
it reminds me a little bit of the animation. Remember when they relaunched the Spider-Man animated series, but it was on like MTV.
Mhm.
So it was like kind of like a more like CGI computer like animation, but it's still like kind of animation. But I like how they're also mixing like actual like comic book elements, like
cell shading almost.
Cell shading almost. Yeah, exactly, Scott.
Yeah.
So
I think it looks great.
Super excited to see this. Plus, like I said, you get to see Spider-Gwen. Like I said, at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Boom, like the whole Spider-Gwen thing. So, and
That's
it makes
huge.
it seem like this Peter Parker, which it seems like they're going with the whole Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales time frame, Spider-Man is dead, and I think this Spider-Man is from a different like alternate reality, right?
Yeah, they said like in your world there's only one Spider-Man. Well, in my world, there's more.
On the second one, right?
Right.
So they have that, and then the fact that they're bringing in Spider-Gwen, and the fact that the Peter Parker in this one is like, oh yeah, no, she exists. Like, I love the fact that he brushes off the whole fact that there's a Spider-Gwen there. He's like, yeah, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I like I said, I was nervous about having an animated Spider-Man movie just because I said the thing with like I said, and Nate and I were talking about this the other day is, and I know it's Sony doing its own thing and it's not necessarily Marvel, but Marvel just in general, not necessarily who owns what. Just Marvel animation in general typically isn't that good.
Right.
There's a couple good movies out there, like the Ultimate Avengers ones that they did, like the part 1 and part 2. Like I said, those are pretty decent. I actually did like those. But like I said, in generality, DC crushes, like I said, with their animated. It's really got me genuinely excited to go to the theater to see an animated Spider-Man.
Yeah. DC crushes their animated stuff direct to video.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised when they announced that this was going to be in theaters. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
But now that I see it, like, I'm so stoked. Like you guys said, I don't even care about the story, anything about that. I just like the art style and how it just like seems to transition from style to style. I'm just super stoked to be able to check that out on the big screen.
well, and the fact that it's going to theaters, like, I never would have guessed we'd have an animated Spider-Man movie in theaters.
Yeah, and I think to Jeremy's point, like we were talking about, I think Marvel's trying to get better at doing animated movies, so I think they're kind of pulling out all the stops for this one. Like, let's show Miles, let's show Spider-Gwen, let's join all these different Spider-Man together. They know how big Spider-Man is, so I think they're kind of pulling out all the stops. Hopefully, it turns out to be a really good animated movie. I'm excited for it.
Like I said, this is something we're all going to have to see together because I want to share this experience because I want to talk about it, do a full episode of the podcast on this Spider-Man animated movie, just because I don't think there's been anything like that in a while, and it's going to be nice to see like a theatrical adult cartoon in the theater that we can all talk about, and it's Spider-Man nonetheless. Like I said, I'm super stoked for this movie.
Awesome. You know what else I'm super stoked about? Casual unboxing.
Yeah, I know in your message, dude, you said not to give you a shout out, but you're getting a damn shout out.
Dude, you are amazing, Casual. Thank you so much for that donation. We really appreciate it. It means a lot.
Yep.
Like, whoa.
Go check out his channel. I was going to do this at the end anyhow, I swear. But Casual Unboxing has a great channel. He's doing an awesome giveaway. 6 people are going to win some crazy awesome wall art.
Damn, son.
Yeah, go check that out.
Casual, just so you know, I got plenty of space on the wall back here. So I'll be
the video entry, Scott. You have to make a video entry.
Dude, I'll make a video.
Seriously, Casual was hanging out with us in that live stream, and then after the stream, I was like, you know what? I want to go check out Casual's channel. I spent like a good hour and a half just watching his unboxings.
Yeah, me too. I felt bad. I've been keeping. I guess I fell behind. He dropped a bunch of videos this week. And I missed the contest one. But it's awesome. Go check it out. Like I said, it's like 5 minutes. It's a quick watch, and then check out the rest of his unboxing videos. He has a super awesome dog too. So if you're into dogs, pets, go check out that video for sure.
If you've ever wondered about any subscription boxes, you can probably get a good answer from Casual whether or not it's worth your time.
Yeah,
he has some of the most random subscription boxes that I've ever seen. I was talking about this on our PlayStation live stream last night, that I've seen stuff that I didn't even know existed. And some of the stuff is like so freaking amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, real quick shout out to Emily in the chat too. Looks like if you haven't checked out her video that we posted up on our Twitter the other day, we actually sent her a small little token of our appreciation. And so she unboxed it on her channel as well. So thank you, Emily, for doing that.
Boom.
Definitely.
Showing all the love. And then Larry, I think it's that time.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, we're at the hour mark, dude.
All right. Well, there's a lot of people in the chat, and I was going to be like, we should talk more trailers.
Okay, so let's go on. Larry, what other trailers do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about a little movie called Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if you're going to bring this up, Larry, but I know you went the Lego 2 route, but I was like, it's one or the other.
It was close, man. Like honestly, like there was no bad choice. Those were the two I was going to go for. They're both amazing. The first, the first one are probably like two of my favorite animated movies. That and like Big Hero 6. But Wreck-It Ralph 2, man, like the fact that Disney is just taking all their Disney properties
and they're letting them run with it.
Yeah, the Disney princesses, Star Wars, Marvel, and they're gonna mush it all up in Wreck-It Ralph, which is the perfect place to do that. This movie is gonna be just crazy. So many Easter eggs, so many little tidbits for fans. It's gonna be awesome.
Is it kind of sad though that I didn't want them really to go to the internet just yet? Like, I would have much liked it to have it where, like, they put additional games or something on there. Like, maybe try to bring in some more, like, new age games.
I couldn't agree with you more, just because there's so much more, like, vintage stuff that you can do. Well, I think the movie that we all saw that we said, we really didn't like it that much was Ready Player One, all the vintage and, like, 80s stuff in there. Yeah. I would have loved to basically have continued that in Wreck-It Ralph, like, have more of those, like, old school arcade games. Like I said, there's so many more properties you can bring into that. Now, Scott,
not even that. Like, let's go with the fact that it seems like the surge protector is kind of the main thing, right? Once they plug in, that's their hub, right? So just have it so that he plugs in like a Nintendo into that, or a couple of different things that they plug in for other like old school games.
Yeah, but you know what?
I think they went to the internet too quick. That's just my thing.
I totally respect that, but I get it. I get what Disney's doing, because the kids don't care about Battletoads.
Yeah.
Like, the kids want to see the Disney princesses. They want to see Candy Crush and that kind of stuff.
Look.
Right? When they show Ralph and Vanellope going into the internet, like, there's Google, there's Snapchat, there's all the things the kids like, and it makes total sense. I think when you see it, I feel like I didn't connect the dots between Ready Player One until you just said it, but I feel like this is going to be like what the Ready Player One movie should have been.
Yeah. Going into it, I do like the fact that they let themselves play on it a little bit with Vanellope becoming an official Disney princess.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like that, the fact that all of them were there and she basically kind of tells her story and they're like, oh yeah, you are one of us. Like, because no one's really considering her a Disney princess, right? But
how much is your daughter going to love that scene with Snow White and Elsa and Belle, like all the Disney princesses in one room? That's it's a 5-year-old girl's dream, man.
Yeah, if you think about all that. Disney's really smart if you think about it. Like, it's kind of like what you talked about, Larry. They're bringing all their properties in. This is like a huge marketing opportunity for Disney. Like, hey, you may not know about this property, you may not know about this, but check out the rest of this stuff, because you're introduced to all these characters all over again.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, go see it now.
Yeah. Oh, you've never seen Mulan? Well, guess what? We're bringing her back for 2 seconds. So all the kids will be like, "Oh, mom, go buy me Mulan on Blu-ray."
Which I'll tell you this:
Mulan again.
Mulan, highest kill count in any Disney movie, by the way.
Dude, we talk about Mulan a lot on this podcast.
Yeah, we do
actually.
But I have to say, you gotta give the respect to somebody who literally kills like 1,000 people.
I've never seen Mulan.
I'll give her credit for that one.
What about all these trailers now? Can I talk about one more that I'm actually excited to see?
Yes.
because I am wearing the shirt right now. I am so excited to see it. This trailer didn't come out last week; it came out the week before. The Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah,
where Rami Malek basically kills it. It looks identical to Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Pumped up to see that movie.
That looks awesome. It actually looks really well done. And like you said, I think he's a spitting image of Freddie Mercury. He does that part really well.
Freddie Mercury from Queen.
Yeah.
Some people don't know who Freddie Mercury is. Like, honestly, I'm not really a Queen fan. I barely know that. So,
Mr. Fahrenheit, man, come on.
No, I have no clue. Not my thing.
Girls, Rhapsody.
Nope, not my thing.
He has such a unique look too that even if you don't know who Queen is,
Fat Bottom Girls,
probably seen him before.
Oh, I know what. I've seen Wayne's World.
Yeah,
like I know who Queen is from Wayne's World, but beyond that, So I'm just saying for the kids, right? I got to look out for the kids. Or the kids don't know who this guy is, man. But he's in a band called Queen, and he's got a biopic
probably the greatest band of all time.
I am super.
Whoa!
I will fight me.
Whoa!
Fight me.
Whoa!
I am just saying, it's one of those movies. I'm like, I didn't know why I wanted to be made, but as soon as I saw the initial promo images of Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, I'm like, super excited for the movie. Then once the trailer dropped, so they did a really interesting thing. So it's not so they mixed Rami Malek's voice with the actual original Freddie Mercury's so it's actually both of them singing together to produce the movie version of Freddie Mercury's voice.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Technology, really baby.
Cool. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm like you, Jeremy. Like it's one of those movies I didn't know I wanted until I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, I want to see that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the music biopics, like the Johnny Cash movie, like Straight Outta Compton, Ray Charles, like a lot of those do really well. Like I said, I'm not a big Queen fan, but if you guys go see it and tell me it's good, I'll probably go watch it.
Yeah.
Or we can
people don't realize how eccentric Freddie Mercury was. So I really think that this is going to kind of show off just how crazy of a person he really was, and just all the shit that he actually did for the world of music and stuff. It's should be pretty amazing.
So Tyler's, like I said, we got some trailer talk.
There's the last one that I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
Is
the Predator
with the new so I don't here's the thing, as I am excited for it, but I really don't like the fact that the last couple Predator movies have had to try to make we're gonna make a new version of the Predator and it's gonna be more badass than the other one.
Yep.
When it's versus people, a Predator is way more terrifying and he's a badass on his own. They go to planet making them more powerful and fucking just bring a Predator that beats the living shit out of people on Earth. That's all you need.
I couldn't agree with you more, Scott. I feel like Predator by itself is awesome. I want to see more of just the original Predator. Don't try to introduce a new one. And Scott said, just focus on Predator hunting people. That's what he does best. So what I'm hoping is, at first I thought, I was I really wanted the both trailers have showed this kid who's 10, right, gets a mask and the gauntlet from one of the Predators. And that's that kind of signals one to maybe come try to retrieve it. Yeah, he's playing with Jeremy's doing the thing. So they show that that's coming in, and then that's what kind of calls these Predators down potentially. I don't know. What at first I was like, I really hope that's that they try to touch it back to the original Predator and say that Dutch, right? From Predator 1, maybe that's his grandkid or something. That would be awesome.
But when I found out that God, okay, I'm gonna forget his name here. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. It's Gary Busey's kid, is in this movie. So I'm really hoping that it actually turns out to be a relative of Gary Busey's character from the second one, and that's where they got all the shit from. I thought that would be pretty cool.
That'd be a cool tie-in because his character was kind of like a mercenary, right?
Right. He was a government agent after it, but at least it explains why he has the mask. But then I'm trying to forget, he also has the gauntlet, and I'm wonder where that came from because he didn't lose that in the original one.
That's interesting.
Or in the second one. So
I didn't know his kid was in the movie.
But yeah, so it's I mean, he's a pretty decent, pretty well known actor. I'm just forgetting his name for whatever reason, but
you'll know him by his teeth.
Yeah, all Buseys have teeth that are just like
gigantic
outside of it.
Yeah,
Jake Busey. That's it. That's what I'm thinking.
I was just googling it. I was too slow.
I'm like,
Jake Busey. Right now. He is in that coming soon Predator. Now,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the one good saving grace is that this is directed by Shane Black, which, as you guys know, I actually flipped the characters as to who that was in the original one. But he is the first guy to die from the Predator in the original movie. So it is a person who was in the original thing, the creation of the Predator, coming back to direct the new one. So
he was the guy with the glasses.
When you dropped that this week, I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought said that Shane Black was younger than what he was. I'm like, there's no.
Oh, dude, no, dude.
But you blew my mind he
plays the dude with the huge thick rimmed glasses in Hawkins in Predator.
I had no idea until Scott told me that either. I was like, oh wait, really?
Yeah, this a dude that was in the original movie is the director for the new one. And yeah, Tyler, you are correct. They don't know how to title these movies, so they have Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and now The Predator. You guys are going the battlefield, the battlefield route of, naming. So it's like Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 2, 3, 4, 1.
For
Battlefield now.
For all you Shane Black fans out there, NECA's going to have that SDCC exclusive Predator figure. That's pretty legit.
I know Nate's excited about that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Background soldier with glasses, #1 for Nate.
Well, dude, I'm gonna get 3 or 4 just for that. Yeah. Background soldiers with glasses.
Right? Well, I'm sure you got the glasses, so it'll be like a different guy.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's a good point, Larry. NECA's done that. I think the last 2 or 3 years they have some type of Predator tie-in character. Last year was Arnie in his polo from the beginning of Predator, with a file or something. But yeah, that does look like a cool character, cool figure. That's a whole nother topic we could talk about. I don't know if we should open that can of worms.
Yeah, that's going to be a long time. That's a long-term talk, Nate.
There's so many things I want to talk about with SDCC exclusives. Yeah, I'm actually waiting to see if Mezco releases something next week, so hopefully I can bring it up in next Saturday's podcast.
That would be awesome. But stay tuned to the SDS guys, but probably sometime in July, we'll do probably a full-on SDCC exclusives preview. So be prepared for that. We'll talk NECA, we'll talk Mezco, we'll talk Funko.
For sure.
Whatever, we'll talk Marvel comics and all that stuff.
So just refresh my memory. You guys are doing something pretty cool for Funko, right? Coming up soon.
You mean a live stream?
Larry and Jeremy? Yeah.
Yeah, Larry, tell more.
Scott with the transition. Way to go, man.
Boom. Raise the roof, Scott.
Good job, Scott. Monday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, Jeremy and I will be doing a live stream, a rare Monday live stream with our faces rather than video games. We're going to do a top 10 Funko Pops, top 10 favorite Funko Pops live stream where hopefully you guys can jump in and we're going to run through just some of our favorite Pops. I'm calling it favorite, right? It's not going to be like top 10 pop price guide or Stashpedia. There's going to be some grails, don't get me wrong, but we're not just going on value. We're going with the Pops that are nearest and dearest to our STS guys' hearts.
Yeah, the ones that hit us in the feels.
Yeah,
if you guys don't know already, Larry and Jeremy are Funko Pop enthusiasts. They have some amazing collections, so I'm sure you're going to see something awesome.
Yep. So be there or be square, and here's some awesome stories, right? Because I'm choosing stuff that I've got stories on as to why they're my favorites. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I will be posting up the links on our Twitter and Instagram on Monday, so you guys will know exactly when and where that's happening. But like I said, Monday afternoon, 2:30 Pacific, come hang out with 2 of your favorite STS guys.
the Nerdsmith thing, man, he scored the Panda Pool chase today. Congrats, man.
Nice. Awesome, dude. We didn't like chases are crazy in our town. It's not worth messing with it. But if I was going to go camp outside Hot Topic, it would have been for that Panda Pool.
Awesome.
It's a nice one.
I did score a Deadpool pop this morning.
Ooh.
It was the 7-Eleven 7-Eleven Deadpool holding the chimichanga.
I was literally just going to ask, did you get the 7-Eleven Deadpool?
I got the 7-Eleven Deadpool off of Amazon.
So okay, so let's go back here and key in. Remember in the first episode when I was surprised that Kohl's had exclusives?
Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying, at this point, I give up.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing, dude, like back in 2014, 7-Eleven had a couple exclusives. They had like a Bloody Carl from The Walking Dead and a Rey Mysterio from WWE. It's been like 4 years, and all of a sudden 7-Eleven's back on the scene, coming in hot too. Everybody was going crazy for this Deadpool. We've got a couple 7-Elevens in town, but like me, I know Jeremy really wanted it, but we talked about it and we're like, man, I'm not gonna drive all over town just trying to get this thing from 7-Eleven. That's not even gonna happen.
Well, barely any 7-Elevens here too. Like, so they're
a dying breed.
They're dying breed.
Yeah, there's none by me. The closest one's like 30 minutes away. I'm not messing with that. Like, yeah, I could go for a Slurpee, but I'm not driving across town just for a chance of getting a pop that I know the rest of the pop collectors in Phoenix are going after. But I woke up this morning, right? But got out my phone like I always do, headed to Reddit like I always do, and there was a post from 1 minute ago that said, "Hey guys, Deadpool with Chimichanga is on Amazon right now, $13.99." So I'm like, oh, I should text Jeremy and tell him, and like, no, that's a bad idea. Pro tip: you don't text your friends, you just buy it for them. So it was limit one. So I got one of the Deadpools with Chimichanga that when it shows up, it's on its way to Jeremy's house.
Thank you, Larry.
That's awesome.
You know how much I wanted that one, so I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and you know, to Funko's credit, like they are amazing at making those partnerships. And you guys know when you collect a certain line, exclusives create hype for the brand.
Oh yeah.
So they're really good at making exclusive partnerships and exclusive pops for specific stores, and they sell. And I think that's why they invest so much into it.
Yeah, and this is one of those ones that's going to go down with like a story too, right? It's going to be the legend of the 7-Eleven Deadpool. Friend of the podcast, Half Geek, went to his 7-Eleven and tried to buy one because they had one there. He's like, "Oh, awesome! Like, I'll take that, sir." And guy rings it up and he's like, "Okay, that'll be $50."
Ooh.
So $50 for like what? Maybe $10, maybe $15 pop. Some of the 7-Elevens that weren't corporate owned were scalping their own exclusive.
Yeah, that was something else.
So weird, man. So weird. So yeah, like even like a couple months, years down the road, like sometimes the hype fades, but I feel like this one is always going to be one of those ones that has that story behind it about where like people are going to talk, "Hey, remember when 7-Eleven was shady as hell and was selling their own exclusive for $50?"
Oh, that's great.
I like it.
All right.
So
Give us that show.
If you want to see a picture of Jeremy's Deadpool when it shows up, I'm sure he'll do an unboxing video because unboxing videos are fun. Yes. You'll be able to find that on our YouTube channel. Just search us up at STS Guys or search us up. Or no, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So search us up on YouTube at STS Guys, or you can go to stsguys.online. There we go. You can find us on Twitter at STS Guys. You can find us on Instagram at STS Guys. You can follow us on Facebook at the STS Guys, and I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Show him like a villain.
Boom.
Like a villain.
And,
don't forget. Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, don't forget, we're also on Patreon. Big thanks again to Casual for your donation. We really appreciate that. If you guys want to donate to us, even if it's just $1, $5, $10, we appreciate it. You can get it. You can do that through Patreon, through our Patreon account. We would appreciate it. Thank you so much, Casual. You're amazing. You are amazing, Casual. If you want to check out our Patreon, you can find it at patreon.com/STS Guys. We got some awesome tiers. You can get some rewards and stuff too. So definitely check that out. And don't forget about that live stream on Monday. It's going to be awesome. Don't forget about the Super Mega Funko Pop Grail giveaway and the winner announcement that's going to hit
next Saturday live on this podcast.
Yeah.
Jeremy, say something to the lovely folks at home.
This is what's up for grabs. The $100 current value Dr. Doom Black and White Fugitive Toys exclusive. So
he's beautiful.
So six days left. If you're watching this as of June 9th, we have 6 days left.
So we're looking at June 16th, episode 40. It's a big deal, man. Episode 40 of the STS Guys podcast. We'll be announcing the winner live to some special super mega fan.
Yeah.
STS Is it going to be you?
Not fun.
Is it going to be you? Find out live next Saturday night.
Awesome. So I think that does it. This has been episode 40 of the STS Guys. I have been Jeremy.
It's Larry.
Hey, it's been Nate.
And I'm Scott. And I'm on time this time.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And we've been the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye. Bye.